Wednesday, what did she do to it? Tell me.
Good girl.
Just like that. Alright guys, you never get to see this. Diamond's hardly ever in the house. Hi Diamond. This is Jada's first baby.
My first baby.
We got her back in 2003,
when
right?
I was 8.
When you were 8 when we got her?
8 when we got her.
And we got her from a house. I'll show you the house one of these days when we're driving, where the mama had babies, and then they kept the mama and one boy, and they gave away the rest. Diamond's a girl. We like girl dogs. And we're always driving to see if the boy is still there, because I think the mama's dead.
Yeah.
Right, Jada? The mama's probably dead.
Probably.
Jada's cleaning up this heifer spot right here.
Not a heifer. She's just a dirty little thing. There's a difference.
And this is what I'm gonna do is paint today. Let me hit the lights. All right, so see with the lights on, this wall is beach sand. It's not really white, it's kind of a yellow. And then I did the frames of the doors green. So now we're getting rid of the green and the frames are gonna be white. And then the kids would love when I say it like that. The walls are gonna be the color of this door versus that, right? So the doors are gonna be this color, the wall's gonna be this color, and the frame white. So we're basically continuing this theme down the hallway. Hey guys, good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day. This is the closest thing that I have to green that is, what do you call it? I have different sets of clothing, right? I have the stuff that I wear on my cooking show, and usually I'll buy those.
Oh, okay. It's a vlog.
It's a vlog. She thought I was making a cooking show. I'll wear those like 2 or 3 times on the show at different intervals, and then I start wearing them regularly in the make sure you don't get regularly.
I put on a robe.
She's not decent on the bottom. Jada, you're not decent on the bottom. Let's see. Oh, you're decent on the bottom. I wore this before on the cooking show quite a few times, and it looks real good on camera. Jada, is this blue or green? Here we are back to the blue or green thing.
Blue.
It's blue? Yeah, I feel like it's more blue too. Yeah, but it's the closest thing I have. It has some green in it though, right?
You want it back or do you?
I want it back, It's the closest thing. It has some green in it too, right?
It has green in it, but it has more blue in it.
More blue? Well, I don't have anything green. I think the green shirt that I have is long gone. So what I do...
I took it.
No, it was just a regular shirt with a short, you know, the funny sleeves?
Yeah.
What do you guys call those sleeves that just come like this? I don't like those.
The little poofy one?
Yeah. So,
Ah, crap, I took the shirt.
yeah, so this is what I'm wearing today for St. Patrick's Day, guys. Jory better wear green or those kids will get him. Anyways, while I'm making my oatmeal, I just turned the camera on to do some chit chat, and pretty much you guys know that's what my vlogs are about, right? Chit chat, because I don't have an exciting life. I don't go on these major trips and blah 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 to give you, you know, great over the top content. But let me go put my oatmeal in the microwave, okay? Hang on. Alright, I'm back. So while that's going for 3 minutes in the microwave, it says quick 1 minute oats, but it takes like 3 minutes in the microwave, which is better than having to cook those big steel things on top of the stovetop. Anyways, let me give you guys the update on Jada's car. I wonder if that's annoying in the video. Ugh. Okay, I'll just give you guys the update on Jada's car and then I'll wait for that to stop. So we left off where Jada won the bid. Yeah, Jada won the bid. $1,700. It was a lot more than we really wanted to pay for that car, because honestly, think about it. If you're a dealer, because we buy under a dealer, so if you're a dealer and you're buying the car to resell it, you know, how much can you really resell a 2004 vehicle for? The pulley needed to be changed immediately. So Joe knew that going into it, right? And so we wanted to pay nothing more than $1,300 for that car, I'll be honest with you. And right when it got to $1,300, Joe and this other, I say guy, it might be a girl, was like fighting tooth and nail for this car, and it got to $1,700. And so Jada was kind of PO'd because she didn't want to pay that much, because if it gets to $1,700, the auction fees are gonna come to $400 on top of that. So that was already what, $2,100? And Jada's only got like $2,200 to buy this car. So Jada's like, who's gonna pay the DMV fees? And I'm like, don't worry baby, I'll help you pay the DMV fees. Well, I'm glad we didn't rejoice too quickly. Remember at the end of the video, I don't know if that got cut out of it when they were running the camera for me, but I was like, don't rejoice yet. Let's see if it's pending. It pended and pended for so long. I don't think these sellers should be able to get away with this because it just stood there pending and they didn't have our physical money, but our monies were still tied up because I couldn't bid on another car not knowing if this person would accept my offer, and then I wouldn't have the money to pay for this car, right? Lo and behold, the person rejected the offer. After we won the bid at $1,700, the seller came back and said, I want $3,500. He didn't have a reserve bid at the site. Sometimes the sellers can do that. They can put a reserve bid, and then you can know that you're not anywhere close to what they want, and they'll probably reject you. But it wasn't fair for him to come back after the fact and put a reserve bid, because I am not paying $3,500 for that car. I always look at it with the mindset that what if I wanted to resell it? What if I wasn't buying it for Jada? You know, then how can I resell a car that I paid $3,500 for that's not even worth the $3,500? It's the Chrysler. It's not the Acura that she was trying to fight for the week before. The Acura, we didn't even get in on the bid because it started too high. What did the Acura start at? Like $1,800? Joe, what did the Acura start at?
$1,200.
Jada, you can't play that music if you're playing copyrighted stuff, okay? Because I want to put money on this vlog. I haven't put money on the vlogs in like 4 vlogs. So, anyways, what did it start at, you said, Joe?
$1,200.
Oh my God. The Acura started at $1,200. By the time the thing started, boop, 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 Joe's like, damn, I didn't even get in a bid because Jada doesn't want me to go above $1,800 for this one. So, anyways, that person rejected it. I think there should be some type of penalty, and maybe there is. I don't know how it works behind the scenes at the auction. I know there's a major penalty if I bid on something and I win the bid and I don't go pick it up. There's major penalties for me. So it really sucks that she didn't get this car. But what that means is that the car will come back around again next Tuesday, and you can choose to bid on it again. And we've seen that happen a few times where the car will come back like 3 times and then eventually it'll disappear for like piddly. So this seller is like really taking a risk, because if it comes back next week, he might not get 17 as the top bid. He might get 13. And then 10 to 1, he'll put it over again because he thinks his car is worth something because it has a DVD. Who has DVDs anymore? I don't have any. Jada, do you have any DVDs? Like the actual discs.
Like 2.
Like 2. Matilda, right?
Edward Scissorhands and Sweeney Todd.
2 of, are those 2 movies from Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
So you can tell who she loves. So, yeah, and it's like, who, it has a DVD player, but like what Jada says, who's gonna watch that? There's hardly anybody ever in the backseat of her car, and who has DVDs anymore? So this person better get over himself. I don't know that we'll get that car, honestly. So Joe is skulking around. Huh? You found money? How much?
$40.
$40? Where did you get? No.
What is the price?
Jada, can you go? Well, when you go down the hallway, could you see $40 is on my desk?
It's right there. It's right there.
No, on my desk in the room. Jada's gonna go check for money, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to be home alone right now. Jada went to the gym. Joshua went to work with Joe. And Joy went to go buy dog food. So I still have this hallway to clean, guys. Yeah. Fun in the sun. Yeah, man. You think so? Me, I cook this and we know me, I see what to do. Treat a little sneak just like your grandma. Let's see.
I don't know. What you're talking about.
What are we doing here?
Nothing.
She's making a secret recipe, guys. Wednesday. What did she do to it? Tell me.
Good girl.
Just like that dog from Bush's Baked Beans. Duke. Oh. Lord have mercy. Look, what is this? Cream cheese?
Cream cheese, cheddar cheese, and jalapeno.
Cheddar cheese too?
Yeah.
And you're stuffing the burgers with it?
Yeah.
Can we do this for a show real soon?
I guess.
Wow, I should really put this camera down and come help you make those fries, huh?
Yeah. Your one job, Mom.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna go make the fries, guys. So you're not gonna help?
No? Because you like to do this when like we're going through things. Like anytime I have a final, that's when you're like, we're painting your entire room.
Well, we should have been done with it since last year, August, though.
Yes, mommy, paint. Paint.
What's up, boo? What are you waiting on?
I'm waiting for this thing to pop up at 6. So what's it going for?
All right, so explain to me what's going on, so we can tell.
Well, they relist the Chrysler Pacific.
Let's see the car again.
That one right there. So
The one that we won for 17, and the guy rejected it because he wants 35.
Did it happen again?
So that's Tuesday, right? So today is Thursday, and we found out that they're gonna have a nightcap auction at 6 our time, 9 Eastern time, and 7 cars are up. Is it 7?
About 7. Oh, look
But these are all cars that bids were won on,
Right.
but the seller doesn't want that little bit of money, right?
That's right.
So we get a chance to bid again.
Yeah, we got a chance. I don't know if
It's not starting at the 17, though, right?
Starting at 17. What the girl told you?
She said it's gonna start lower than 17, but I think she says they're gonna make sure the bid reach 17. But then she went back and said, no, you could get it for even less, and then he could turn it down again, and he can do that over and over again.
They don't know. I mean, they can't make the bidder. It's up to the bidder.
Right. So if we win it for like 13 today, he can reject it again, and he can do that over and over again. But every time he rejects it, he gets nuked for $85, right? Okay, cool. I think this is starting to be fun because my daughter knows how to be persistent, right?
Yeah. Jenny Patel. Yes, ma'am. Did you go to a party last night? Yes, ma'am. Was there booty bouncing? Yes, ma'am. And she says like shaking her.
That was what, Instagram?
Vine.
Vine, was a Vine. Hey guys, happy Friday morning. I'm imposing on Joe as he makes his breakfast. I don't know why, whenever I wake up in the morning, I'm not really hungry right away, but Joe's like ravenously hungry immediately. So I need like a good hour to like move around and walk before I get hungry. I had a really great day yesterday, Thursday, on St. Patrick's Day, because I was painting all the door frames and stuff. The door frames are all done. I don't want to show you any more of the painting updates though until it's all done, just to like show you before and after, because it's looking so different and so good right now. Joe, is your bread burning? Are we good? He's toasting his piece of sourdough bread.
Pop it up for me.
Pop it up?
Pop it up.
So, yeah, Joe's having 1 strip of bacon, 1 egg, and 1 toast. Two eggs and 1 toast. I don't know what I want to eat. Sometimes when I feel this way, I just do a protein shake.
I want that.
Let me wait for Joe to be done though, because I'm so mindful when I do my videos of sounds. You know, if you have earbuds in, if that's grating.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna cut all of that out. You guys didn't see that. He was just kind of spreading the butter on the toast, and it was like, I didn't want you guys to hear that. Anyways, quick update on the car that Jada's trying to win from the auction. So we went to the night auction last night. We never knew that existed, okay? And usually when we lose a bid, we don't go back looking for the car again. But we went back, we found it, and the opening bid was $1,700, because I guess they start off with the highest bid, which was where it left off on Tuesday with Joe winning the highest bid. And so it goes up in $50 increments. So it went to $1,750. A lot of the cars that came up before that car, nobody bid on. So I guess they'll recycle those for Tuesday. So Joe put $1,750. And the seller came back this morning with $34.50 for a counter offer. So Joe went up by $50 and the guy went down. I'm saying it's a guy, it could be a girl. Yeah. The person went down by $50. So it shows us that this person really wants to get like $3,500 for the car, which I don't know how they can do that at a dealer's auction, because dealers want to get the cars for as least as possible to mark it up triple, quadruple, right? And so I don't know that Jada will get this car. I'm usually very positive and in expectation of great things, but I really don't know that Jada will get this car, because the guy's not budging off of his price. So he may just take his vehicle back from the auction and say, no, I don't want to sell it. I'll sell it myself. But because Joe won the bid twice, he actually lost $85 each time, right? For a relisting fee. So I guess at the end of the day today, we'll know if he accepted the $1,750 or if he rejected it. And then I have every suspicion that he'll reject it. I have Joe here with me because he's gonna go eat his breakfast right now. But I really wanted to address my faithful viewers and subscribers who commented at my last vlog. And I wanted to get this vlog up as quickly as I can, because I don't want to have that be my last vlog that's up for any newcomers that comes to the channel and might say, oh my God, we don't want to watch her. She's so quarrelsome. She's decimating her family or whatever. Like the one guy that came on that doesn't even know me. I don't know him. He's never commented at the vlogs. He's never commented at the cooking channel. And he comes on right away with some type of negativity saying, oh, you are as evil as the family that you are fighting against because you put this out here. You're a public figure. You should know better. Well, let me address this guy. The only reason that I left his comment on my page, by the way, is because Sugar, my darling, thank you for taking care of him. You took care of him for me. So I'm not a public figure. I'm just a common YouTuber that's trying to make ends meet. If I were a public figure, you would see a blue check mark by everything that I do, and you don't see that. So I'm not a public figure, okay? And I can use my platform in any way that I see fit, but because I'm always operating out of the love of Christ, I chose a different route against my family. I don't want to reconcile with them. Terry, thank you so much. You loved...
What?
Excuse you don't stand here and burp in my vlog.
You don't hear me.
Can you tell Wednesday to shut up?
Wednesday, shut up.
Like that's gonna work. Terry, I'm so glad that you love my little one-liner about they're dead, they're just not buried. I got that from my sainted grandmother years ago when she said it about her eldest son, whose wife is one of the despicable human beings that's doing this thing. So let me tell you guys something. I have some really big bombs that I can drop on them. And my kids are like, why don't you just drop the bombs and be done with it? But I didn't want to do that because you know what? It's going to sully my family's beautiful name. My mom's family name in Belize, they're not a rich bunch, rich in dollars, but they're so rich with integrity and honesty and all that good stuff. So for people to know that there's a subsection of the family that is so evil and criminals, that I don't really want that to get out there per se. So that's why I didn't drop the big bombs. And to me, that video was so tongue-in-cheek. It was just like, kind of like when a cat's holding on a rat like this and they're going to eat it eventually, but I'm just kind of toying with you. It was kind of like that. That's the way the video came off because that's how I felt. Joe's just laughing. Joe, tell them why you wanted me to make that video. Speak your heart, babe.
Well, I want you to make the video because it's surprised. I mean, it's really hurt me to see the way how they went on at the funeral.
At the wake. At the wake.
I mean, my father-in-law went there just to ask him for a drink.
A Sprite.
So, yeah, Sprite. The young man walked away from him. Which is your cousin, right?
That's my Uncle Mike's son.
I mean, I don't know them. I don't know the people though. I really don't know them. The first time I ever see him.
He walked away from the bar, and it's not the kind of bar where we were able to serve ourselves. You'd have to go around a big thing to get to the drinks.
So I mean, hey,
well, when I approached the bar, he didn't have time to walk away from me because when I approached, he already started walking. I'm like, oh, okay, it's like this. So I went and got Joe.
Then Bob's come back and asked me, can you go get me a drink because my cousin don't want. I said, okay. So I went up, he served me the drink. I guess because he don't know me, so it's okay.
You were Switzerland in this, Joe.
So
you were Switzerland.
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know none of the people there. So then the next day, my father-in-law saw the young man at the church and asked him,
what is your problem?
What's your problem? Do you hate me or something? And the dad was right there. And he
was embarrassed.
He embarrassed.
My Uncle Mike was embarrassed that my dad approached his son and questioned him.
It really.
And like Sam says, one of my viewers, Sam from New Orleans, Sam says, we're so happy to feed people at our stuff that we have, you know, and that's the way we are here. No matter who comes to my doorstep, we always feel so good to have a plate of food to give them. And to tell you the truth, at the wake, we weren't hungry because my mom knew what these people were about. So she says, here, I'm going to buy a plate of food for everybody first. She bought 10 plates of dinners at $8 each. $8 each she bought for us, and it was a big old fried fish with rice and beans and potato salad and the whole works. It was a fantastic meal that my mom bought for us that we ate right before we went to the wake. So we weren't really hungry, but they had little finger foods and stuff, and it was a potluck, so we figured we'll go up and get some food. So, you know, I hope they don't think we were hungry because my mom knew what she was walking into because they did this to my mom for my Uncle Les's funeral back in 2002. We couldn't go home to be with my mom at that time for that funeral, and it was so sad for her because my uncle died here, but he wanted to be buried home. And so my mom had to figure out how to get the money to even ship the body home because it's like $6,000 to ship a body home. They did the same thing to her. A friend of my uncle's paid for the body to go home and refused to receive repayment from my mom. So bless her heart, Lee. Her name is Lee. And my mom went over there, and of course they always have the family plots and stuff that they can open back up, because in Belize you can bury like 3, right, Joe? Like 3 in a grave, because they dig it so deep or whatever, and the way they build it. And so you have to pay for them to open that up, but it's less than having to like dig a whole new one. So all that was already covered, but my mom foot the rest of everything for my uncle's funeral, and they treated her as despicable as this, and she was alone. She only had my Aunt Jenny. My Aunt Jenny was like really passive at the time, didn't open her mouth and say anything to combat them. Not this time around. Jenny, oh my God, Jenny was like whipping them. So, but anyways, yeah, they did that to my mom, and that's why we were hard pressed that we should go. I am always honest with you guys. I'm not the type of person that will be sitting on money and not share it or not tell you guys that I have the money. If I tell you I don't have the money, I don't have it, and I didn't have the money to go at the time. And praise God for my sister. That just shows you how much she cared. She paid for me to go with her points, and Susie paid for half of Joe's ticket. I'm not ashamed of that. And when they started ridiculing Joe at the site, I mean, I know you guys could freeze the thing and read what they were saying. They were ridiculing him on his hearing impairment because he needs hearing aids, and laughing at the fact that we didn't have the money to buy the hearing aids. I'm not ashamed of that. Are you kidding? I'm not a thief. I'm not a thief. That's all they do. This subsection of the family, they steal, they rob, they embezzle. Any word that you can use for steal, that's what they've done.
I could get it for free because I have insurance. So
praise God for the Affordable Health Care Act, because before this we couldn't get the hearing aids. And so yeah, so they're laughing at some Belizeans, not all Belizeans, the majority of Belizeans are decent people, okay, but some Belizeans, like these family members, unfortunately, they believe like if you can get this butter, let's say you can get this butter right here for $1, and because they want to put an air on about them, they prefer to go pay $10 for the same butter. They don't believe in getting a deal, and I don't understand that, because I'm all about the art of the deal. I'm always trying to get something for cheap or for free.
The cheaper I could get it, the better for me.
Exactly. They don't have a concept of what money is, because they've gotten it so freely through their stealing, or through like family members like my mom sending money for them throughout the years. So that kind of stuff. They were one spell they were calling Joe Cousin It from the Addams family. I don't know where that came from. I think they wanted to call him an it because of the fact of Joe's family's background. Let me tell you really quickly so Joe can eat his breakfast. On Joe's mom's side of the family, Joe's mother's mother died in childbirth with Auntie Olive when Joe's mom was like 5 years old. So that mother's sister and her awesome husband, wasn't he a preacher?
Who?
Auntie, the one that raised Lur. The man, I forget his name, the old man.
Philip?
Yeah, you call him Brother Philip. Was he was not in the church? Well, they were raised up in the church. You were like Adventists, right? They were raised up in the church. But that man was so good to Joe's mom and her siblings and stuff, and his wife, and they raised them right. But Joe's grandfather, the mom's dad, remarried somebody else. They had a lot of kids, and unfortunately some of the kids turned to a life of crime. And so that name Bishop became synonymous with crime in Belize. That doesn't have anything to do with Joe or his mom or the parents before these kids or whatever.
No.
That's that little subsection of kids. It's like 3 kids, right? That turned to a life of crime out of like 15. And so whenever you're in Belize, because Belize is so small, whenever you hear the name Bishop, everybody kind of shudder and tremble and go, oh my God, Bishop, you're a bishop? That awful family. And happily, we don't live in Belize. So we don't have to tremble when we hear the name over here in America. And so that's what they were throwing at Joe, because you're a bishop.
What? If I was in Belize, so what? If I'm bishop, so what's the big deal?
And you're a bishop that's not in crime, right? Yeah. And so Joe kind of laughed and says, we should send these screenshots to those bad boys Bishop and see what happens, And I'm telling you, the stuff that those boys have done have been despicable. They've served time for some of it. Some of it they've gotten away with. Some of it is well documented. Some of it is alleged, but it's as heinous as it can get. So that's what they were trying to throw back on Joe. My cousin, the one that I call PP People, he's well known in Belize. That's what he does. He gets all the government's scholarships that they hand out to the people that should be up and coming to do great things for the country. And that's why I hate him with that, because you're old already. Just get a real job and stop, taking the government's money. That was my big thing with him, and I think that really enraged him. And I think he went and he put something at his Facebook because Megan, my cousin in Utah, poor sweet Megan, she wants to be loved by the entire family, and she didn't know that she had to pick a side in this fight, even though I told her pick a side. And so they started posting things, and she texted me, she goes, are you friends with people on Facebook? I'm like, no, I'm not even friends with you, because I unfriended all my family at Facebook. And so she says, she sent me a screenshot, but I didn't open it. You know how it comes small on the phone, you have to tap on it to read it? I didn't open it because I didn't want to see what they were saying. When I made that video and I told you guys I'm done, I'm done. And so I told her, don't send me anything from them. And so by nightfall, she called me and she was on the phone. She's going, do I keep this one? Do I get rid of this? And she started getting rid of all of them off of her Facebook. It was so funny. Let me tell you the funniest part, and then Joe can go eat. My mom has a bunch of friends that didn't know that they were doing this to her, and they saw the video because it's on the www. They don't understand how that works. They were just on their little Facebook chatting back and forth and hoping nobody will see it. Didn't know that I was going to see it, right? And the friends called my mom yesterday and they just uplifted her. Thank you guys. If you're watching this vlog, thank you so much for calling mommy. And you're like, Rose, are you kidding me? What? They're like this? We didn't know they were like this. And my mom says, I've kept it a secret for 34 years. I've never shared what the family is like. And now you guys know because Barbara has put it out there. So one of them called my mom. This is the funny story. And she said, Rose, because she knows the entire family and she knows all the evil that I haven't shared. And she says, I took to my bed with my iPad. We didn't even know this lady knows how to use an iPad. She's like 69. Took to my bed with my iPad and a bowl of popcorn. And I just ate. And I just kept going, ah! She says there were several you can take your food, baby. There were several drop the mic moments for this lady. And she says, I knew that Barbara wrote. I knew that she could write, but I didn't know that she could speak like that. I mean, how did she hold it together and not drop a few F-bombs? And guys, really and truly, it's because I was having fun. I really did. So thank you guys for the leeway that you gave me to put up that video and all the love that you came and gave to me. Oh, and I want to address the one guy if I haven't yet, because I don't even know what all I've said so far. He was up in arms saying that you hurt more people than just your family with this, and I watched your cooking video and I loved it and I always loved your vlogs and I'm never coming back, whatever. He'll come back. Everybody who tells you they're never coming back, they come back, okay? But that guy, I feel like if he's not one of them, he's Jehovah's Witness. And let me tell you something about that topic. I have friends that are Jehovah's Witness, and when they used to try to put their views on me, we combated and we broke friendship for many, many years, and then we've since reconnected, and we just made like a silent, we never spoke about it. We just made a silent decision not to discuss the two religions. So I never bashed their religion, they never bashed mine. But even my good friend would be hard pressed to tell me that if one of their loved ones that were Jehovah's Witness died and another loved one took the body to a next church, not a Jehovah's Witness hall, that they'd be pissed. I'm sure they'd be pissed. So that's what was happening with the family. My mom clenched her jaw and didn't say anything about it, but she was upset. She was really and truly upset that the wife did that. But the rest of the family was talking about it under their breaths and then grinning to my uncle's wife's face. One of them even came to Joe when he was running the camera and was telling Joe how they felt. But I didn't put that out there. So if that person is offended, so what? Move on. Everybody gets all up in arms about every little stupid things. I wasn't bashing your religion, okay? So anyways, back to what I need to do, which is eat breakfast. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching that vlog, for commenting. I would never want to do anything where you guys would be embarrassed or ashamed of me, especially Terry and Marie and Sugar and Angie and Miss Donya that watches that doesn't comment, and Helen that can't comment all the time, and Sam, and please forgive me if I forget people, Diana. I mean, there are a lot of you that haven't commented in a while, so I don't know that you're still watching, but thank you so much for coming and just uplifting me yesterday. I read all your comments and I was truly blessed by it, and that's why I vlog. I don't vlog for the money like that man said. Oh, she did it for ratings and for money. Are you kidding? I would be glad for my vlogs to just go back to 30 views, because I know they're only getting that inflated view because of the fact that they're sharing it around town and trying to nitpick it apart. And I don't get paid for any of those vlogs. The last 4 vlogs, I didn't put any money on them because I just wanted you to get right to the meat of the matter and see the video. So this ends this vlog today, and I'm going to start a new one for you guys and upload it probably by Monday. I have to do a recording at the cooking show. Update on Sherry Shepherd. I still don't know if she's coming, but I'm still in expectation because I think today is the day that she arrives in California, if I'm not mistaken. and she only has like a week leeway. So that might happen pretty fast because I already told her she only has to give me a 1-night notice that I can cook the Belizean food for her that I want her to, you know, have as a to-go package. I really hope that she comes. I'm really excited about that. And if she can't come, then so what? I know she'll put me on her roster again in the near future. So, but I really hope that she can come. Bye guys. I love you. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Please check out my other channels right here to the right of your screen, the cooking channel, the product review channel, and Joe's channel. The links are in the description box.